Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. It is 7:02 a.m. on Tuesday, the 29th of May, and I've been juggling a Charvy in my hands. Well, not juggling, but trying to hang on to him in such a way that he doesn't get upset, because he's a little sweetheart. Hi, Charvy. How you doing, little guy? Since I've just got him and Boogle and Mama Squeak, and Mama Squeak I'm not keeping out because of her increased age. In fact, little Charvy here, I was taking a look at, he's getting thin fur right here between his shoulder blades. So he's not, you can see that there. He's not as young as I would think. So I don't know how old he is, and he's apparently getting older than I would like, but I'm going to put him back so he doesn't get scared. I was trying to quickly... Here you go, little guy. That's why I'll lift them and move them and slide my hand around like that. As what I try to do is keep my hand in contact with their feet. Because they're burrowing creatures, they're ground creatures, they don't understand being lifted and such like that. So when you lift them up and the ground is gone from underneath their feet, that's scary. So when I lift them, what I try to do is keep my hand in contact with their feet so that they've got like, oh, the ground is still there underneath them. And it helps keep them calmer, and it's just nice. So it's a good thing. And it is a good thing. Hamsters are awesome. He crawled back into his nest. He's getting a little tireder, I guess. It used to be if I brought him out of his nest, he'd relocate and make a new nest in a new corner. These last couple days I brought him out, he's just snuggled back into the nest that I dug him out of and gotten comfortable again. So he's a good little guy. I'll get some more little guys here soon. My finger is still really sore where Boogle really bit me. This is the only one that hurts, though she savaged my knuckles here, all through here. She was just vicious, went after my hand for blood, but this is the only one that actually still hurts. Which is kind of weird that it hurt. It's not really infected or anything, so I guess it's a little red. Maybe it is. Let's hope my knuckle doesn't get infected. I've been lucky. As much as I've had cellulitis that's almost killed me throughout my entire life, there was one time when I was a major alcoholic. I had broken, and don't ask me why I didn't throw it away, but I had broken in my bedroom a Pyrex cup, 1 cup container. And instead of throwing the glass away, I put it on my bookshelf. And then one day, when I was getting ready for bed or some such, I swung my hand out and I discovered just how sharp glass really, really is when I went thwack and looked at my finger, and I had cut down into the joint capsule of the finger. And it was like, oh, because there was the skin, I could see the skin and the meat, and then there was the joint, and then the purple deep stuff inside the knuckle. And I should have gone to the hospital, because I could have easily I've gotten a deep infection, but whatever happened, for whatever reason, I guess because it was clean enough, but I squished the knuckle and washed and then just bound it with band-aids and just kept on doing what I normally did. And my hand turned out to be fine, thank goodness. But it was kind of scary there. It looked gross, and I was lucky. Yeah, it's weird. My entire life, and especially this, another subject entirely. As soon as I said that's weird, I booed off into something else. But I've been a night owl my entire life. Even when I was in the military, 19 years old, before that, I worked, my first job as a teenager was as a dishwasher, working graveyard shift on the weekends. And that was perfect for me because I was a night owl and I always stayed up late. And then as soon as I got out into adulthood, my time started shifting further and further until I just started working nights on every place. And then after years of working nights, this just odd jobs here and there, I finally got a job as a nurse's aide and worked graveyard for 12 years? Like 12 of my 15 years as a nurse's aide, I worked graveyard shift. And then my last few years were after I was fired from this one job by the person who, and it was really unfortunate. I mean, she hated me with a passion. When I quit for a time because of my alcoholism, she thought that was the last of me. When I came back after I quit drinking, she wasn't happy and eagle-eyed me until finally there was something she could get rid of me for. And she poisoned the well and got rid of me. Luckily, though, I went on to the other place where I met my wife, so it was good. But I worked graveyard all the way through to there, and it was only in like the year 2001 when I moved to this new nursing home where I met my wife, and I was working evening shift there. So it wasn't graveyard, but it wasn't day shift either. It was evening shift, and I did that for quite a while until I hurt myself so much that they put me on light duty. And then I worked morning shift, and that was never fun because I wasn't a morning person at that time. I could wake up in the morning and just drag all day, just be trying to stay awake, just eyes like this and staying awake, never falling asleep, but just in a daze. And then it got to evening finally, and then the sun went down after all day, and then when the sun went down, I got energized. And I couldn't go to bed if I wanted to, because now I was awake. And that was rough. Because I would drag all day, and then as soon as the sun went down, zing, and I could feel it. It was literally like an electrical current going on, just zing, as it got darker. And this has been true all the way up till about a year and a half ago, when the zing started to go away when the sun went down, but would sort of happen really, really late. And now I just get tired when the sun goes down. And so I go to bed. 4 years after my wife died, I finally acclimatized myself after decades of trying. I'm back on day shift. It's weird. And semi-unpleasant because I still sometimes, like last night, I was playing a computer game and I looked at the time and it was after midnight and I was still wide awake. But I knew it was time to go to bed. So I quickly closed everything down and went to bed anyway, just going, I gotta go to bed. Doesn't matter what I feel like. The time is late, I gotta go to bed. And so I just went to bed and it worked. My particular type of insomnia is it's harder to fall asleep. Once I'm asleep, I can stay asleep, usually. And if I wake up, I usually fall asleep pretty quickly. But it's been easier falling asleep as well these past couple months because it's just my body suddenly, it's dark, time to go to bed. Even when my mind, like last night when it was like, oh wow, I could keep playing, but it's time to go to bed. And so I got things together, just went to bed, and it took a while to fall asleep, but I did. But again, like I say, that's my particular form of insomnia, which is a fairly common form. There are some people that they fall asleep easily, but anything can wake them up. And I'm glad I don't have that. I used to be a super light sleeper. Now, noises will keep me awake. Noises will wake me up. But it's got to be more than just a twig snapping, which used to be, huh? So, thumbs up on that. But also, it used to be I would wake up around 4 o'clock, sometimes 3 o'clock if I went to bed any sooner than 1 in the morning. Now I'm going to bed later, like earlier, not later, because it used to be 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock before I went to bed, and I would wake up before 5 from pain. Now I'll go to bed sometimes at 10 o'clock, and I'll stay in bed until 4, sometimes 5. And that's good. I mean, it hurts. It's incredibly painful. My back really, really hurts. But, oh, little gnat. Got my window open again. And so it's fun. Pain is always joyous. Like this morning, I woke up like 20 to 6. Well, I didn't wake up 20 to 6. I got out of bed at 20 to 6. I woke up around 5, but I didn't want to get up. So I was able to stay in bed for at least that much longer, which I've never been able to do ever since I hurt my back, so I'm doing much better. Now I'm going to hack because all the pollen in the air, I need to cough. That gross. Not that you heard that part. All you heard was like celery or an alarm clock. But, you heard me wheezing before I hacked. Dental adhesive. Just regular dentures with no dental adhesive make it almost impossible to taste anything. These things cover up my taste buds, and I put the dental adhesive because I have to. If I want to talk without, wearing a dish to keep my teeth from flying out, or if I want to eat anything and not hurt myself by getting food underneath the denture plate or having a pinch, I've got to glue them in. The problem with that is, number one, again, it covers up my taste buds, apparently, because I can. If I eat with these things in, I can taste a tiny, tiny, tiny bit, but not much at all. If I put food in my mouth without these in, it's like Flavor City. And so when I put the dental adhesive in on top of that, of course, it oozes out from underneath the dentures, melts, glops up the whole inside of my mouth, and that covers up my taste buds and my taste sensors even more. So if I glue my teeth in so I can eat, I can taste even less. Thumbs up for that. I mean, at least I can eat. Even if I can't taste it, even if it's really painful to eat, because it's so tiring. These aren't as big as like normal teeth, and they don't have as big of chewing and chopping spaces. And so I have to really, really work to get things done. And these muscles, especially on this side, just get so tired and so hurting from chewing. At least I can eat. At least I can eat. And here, normally I try not to make value judgments. I just make statements of fact. Not value statements or value judgments. Today it's a value judgment because even though various types of government have their pluses and their minuses, anything where you treat the common person as just a resource is not a good idea. And while democracy is a great idea, we do not have that here in the United States. Haven't for ages, but decades and decades and decades. I mean, it started like 100 years and more back when money started buying influence. But it's turned into a complete oligarchy, plutocracy now. If you don't have money, you don't have a political voice. And that's not a democracy. So, thumbs up. What else was I talking about and why? How did I get onto that from my dentures? I can't even remember what I got onto that for. I'm sorry. I'm sorry and I'm not sorry. I don't mind going on and talking about odd, random things. Hey, Trevi. He's drinking again. He's been avoiding the water bottle. Now he's just attacking it like a crazed beast. If you would like to support me without actually sending money, I do have an Amazon wish list. That would be very cool if you could check that out. You don't have to, of course. And in fact, do not feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. So if you don't look at it, that's fine with me. But if you do, that would be really, really cool. It's got really minor stuff and it's got non-minor stuff on it. So if you happen to be idly rich and wanting to purchase something for somebody, well, hey, it's got some expensive stuff on there. And if you happen to be like independently wealthy, there's really minor things on there like hamster food. So awesome, and thank you all very, very much. Again, do not feel obligated. You don't have to. I am, of course, also partnered with humblebundle.com, and they're a good service. If you use the link down below and you purchase things, software from them, of course, then you will end up, money goes to charity, money goes to the developers, money goes to me if you use the link, and you can use all these little sliders to determine how much that you want to go there. They give money to charity, the best part. When IGN bought them, people worried about them staying independent. They've stayed independent. It is a very, very good thing. I use their service. It's a definite thumbs up, and thank you all very, very much. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. It's a range because even though I count in ASL on the fingers of my left hand, with all my physiological issues, I often forget where I am. And if I mispronounce your username, an American English speaker, we're good at mispronouncing names and pollution. So no disrespect is intended. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. I'm going to thumbs up everyone I read, answer as many as I can. But for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. And that is appreciated very, very much. So we have Linnea. Thank you very, very much. And Christian Rayek. I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very much. And JemGal68. Thank you. Ethan Yang. Greatly appreciated. Blue Cassie. Thank you very, very much. Xanderich. I sure hope I'm close. Zach Garza, thank you very, very much. Kyrius, thank you. Oh, and that was good seeing you in the stream. Thank you very, very much. And we have Nicholas Philip, thank you very, very much. The Nine Gaming, greatly appreciated. Sanic Youth, greatly appreciated. Will Thompson, thank you very, very much. SEBCG4, thank you very, very much. Drew Kent, greatly appreciated. Anu's Falsetto? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. ONEW''S Falsetto. Thank you very, very much. And Shiny, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Dustin Alexander, thank you. Don Wolfie, thank you very, very much. Shand Shy, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Natsuya Blanc, thank you. Brian Glenn, thank you very, very much. Mime, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. And Young Austin, I sure hope I'm close, and I hope to. And Some Boy, greatly appreciated. And Eva P, thumbs up and thank you. Greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you, as stated, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. It is a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. If you could check out my various links, this is my praying mantis pose. That would be very cool. I've got Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, that would be very cool. In fact, if I'm minus 300 and some in my checking, and I've got rent and that coming up, and I'm going to be minus again. So if you could help, that would be greatly appreciated. I need to get closer to zero than to minus 500. I hit minus 500, stuff starts bouncing. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. I would understand if you don't want to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. And who knows when that will be. Any one of us could be hit by a bus at any time. In an elevator, on an aircraft. In an elevator, on an aircraft. In an elevator, comma. On an aircraft, comma. You could be hit by a bus. Could be anywhere. Tell the people you love that you love them before the death bus arrives. I hope to have a reaction video today, hopefully a game video, hopefully a game video for my game channel. If you could check that out, that'd be awesome. Hopefully I'll be able to stream again like I did last night. It was a good stream. I had fun and talked to a lot of people. It was a very good thing. So you take care. Have a very good day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing.